Okay, folks, so today we are working on our forensic chemistry unknown powders lab. So the first thing you and your partner are going to do is you're going to read through your lab. You're both going to highlight, make sure you read what kind of reactions you're looking for. You need both gloves and you need eyewear on this one because it is a chemistry lab. So once you get that done, then the directions are to label your trays, much like I have labeled these two trays here. So BP is baking powder, BS is baking soda, cornstarch, talcum powder. This is salt, gelatin, mystery 1 and mystery 2. So notice I have a bunch of tools here. So once I get everything labeled the way that I want it, then I have to put my powders in. So I'm going to start with our baking powder, which is right here. And notice I have all of the powders in little bags. That's so that we don't contaminate the main source if there's any contamination. So we're going to very carefully open the bag. We'd never take the gloves off, even if it does make it slightly harder to open up bags and containers. We just don't take them off. So you're going to use the stir stick here, and I'm going to grab a little bit of the baking powder and put it into the well. Notice I've been very careful not to get the ink into the well, because if I get that water-soluble ink into that well, then I have essentially contaminated my experiment. And I won't be able to tell what the reactions were supposed to be because everything in there will look blue from the ink that I used that's water soluble that I'm then going to wash off the tray. So now that this has been used, it goes into the trash immediately because I've already used it. I can't use it for anything else. So now I have my baking powder. I can put it over there. And now I'm going to do my liquids. So your burette solution is blue. And the burette solution has like little chunks in it that you'll see. I currently don't have any because I'm waiting for it to come in. But it will come in here tomorrow. So it'll be blue. It's in this dropper bottle. You take the lid very carefully off and then drop the liquid, like 2 or 3 drops, into the well. This is our acetic acid. It is clear. No, it is not water. So acetic acid goes into the AA. So notice, there we go. We already get a reaction. I just put 3 drops in there. So I've already recorded, before I start dropping liquids, I will have recorded what my physical observations were. It's a white powder, or it's a grainy solution, or it's a crystal of some kind, some sort of physical description of what it looks like. Then you're going to write in what happens. So this is the Lugel's iodide. So you can see that my acetic acid reacted with the baking powder. This is Lugel's iodine. Lugel's iodine, it's hard to read because the bottle has turned brown. It was originally clear like that one. Iodine releases lots of gas, essentially, which turns everything it touches brown, which is part of why you want to have your gloves on. So now, see, I already got some on my hand. Luckily, I'm wearing my gloves, so my fingers are not going to be stained brown. There we go. So like 3 drops in there, and then I'm going to put my lid back on it very carefully and set it aside. I usually put the iodine into a baggie as well, just to keep it from contaminating everything around it. I use my toothpick and I can stir up my solution of baking powder and Lugel's iodide. And now that I'm done with it, it goes straight into the trash along with the stir stick because I can only use it the one time. So what you're going to discover is that you're going to write in what kind of reactions happened. On the very front of the lab sheet, it tells you what reactions you are looking for. So you want to make sure and look for those. When you are finished, gloves are still on. You are going to take this whole thing, over, so those are in the trash. Both these trays are going to go over to the sink, and you're going to very carefully wash them with your gloves still on, because that way the iodine is not going to permanently stain your skin. Is it going to kill you if you get iodine on your fingers? No, but it will stain your skin, and essentially the skin itself has to wear off. The skin cells do, for you to be able to get rid of that brown stain. So you're going to wash these, you're going to make sure they're spotless and put them in the dry rack so that the next group can go ahead and use theirs as well. So this should take care of all of the beginning pieces of our lab. Don't forget, you're always wearing your gloves and your eyewear until the lab is completely over. When the lab is completely over, you're going to take them off. Here's how to do it. You catch the inside of the glove without touching your skin, fold it, and then grab this one and pull there. That's how you take off these plastic gloves into the trash. No, you may not keep them. They have chemicals on them. So straight into the trash with the rubber gloves, or sorry, I guess they're plastic, latex-free gloves. So that should get you going with your lab.